Hey, if you're someone who's trying to recover from chronic symptoms or chronic fatigue or chronic pain, then you maybe are hearing a lot in that healing space about calming down or trying to get rid of your fear. You may even have absorbed it into your unconscious mind that that's one of your goals. I know certainly that a lot of people who come to me that I'm guiding have this idea that they need to stay calm. And I definitely was told that a lot. Interestingly, I was told that a lot on my healing journey, but also earlier in my life. So what I want to talk to you about is the fact that trying to calm down is a really terrible idea. It doesn't lead to a reduction in symptoms, it leads to more stress. And as a practitioner, I've got to say, this is very irritating because by sharing incorrect information, people are slowing down the healing of others. Someone reached out to me recently and they were feeling very lost and confused because they were doing everything right. As far as they're concerned, they're following all the instructions of what they're hearing in the mind-body healing world. They told me that what they're doing is hours and hours of certain kinds of meditations and certain kinds of breath work to force themselves into a state of calmness all day, pretty much as they can, apart from anything they actually have to do, like take their children to school. Then they're using the rest of the day to go into this almost trance-like state of super calm. Now, that is a complete misunderstanding of what is needed, because I'm not ever saying that meditation is bad, but if your goal is to get to a very specific state of calm, and that's what you're using it for, and then if you're doing very intense breath work to get to a very intense state of calm, and then you're forcing this state on yourself for hours and hours, you're not actually helping your nervous system get to what it needs, which is regulation. A regulated nervous system is not calm all the time. A regulated nervous system is flexible and can move around between different states. It's okay to have some stress in your life and to have some emotions in your life, and you move between feeling activated to feeling more mellow in a healthy nervous system regulated state. And it's not that person's fault. That's what they're hearing, that's what they're reading, that's what they're being told by others. It is good to get towards those calmer states through creating safety and soothing. A little bit. I'd like you to think of it more as anchors. So a couple of minutes, and then 2 hours later, a couple of minutes, and then 2 hours later, 20 minutes, and then a couple of hours later, 2 minutes, so that it's something possible. You're learning to be in an activated state and how to come out of it for very short periods of time, because you're wanting your system to get used to that, getting used to going in and out of different nervous system states. That's what we want for regulation. The problem is that by trying to chase a feeling of calmness, it doesn't work to eliminate chronic pain and symptoms. And so one starts to get even more confused and lose hope even more, and one gets into a little bit of a negative loop. It's very difficult to keep going and believing in something that isn't giving results, right? When I was bedbound, when I was in chronic pain and I had so many chronic symptoms, I believed this thing about being calm, this utter lie. I totally believed it as well, because everybody was saying it then as well in Facebook groups and in online healing communities. This whole thing of like stopping, it's like you're trying to put a clamp onto your whole system. And I was doing that. I was trying to get myself into a calm state always. And it meant that I kind of went numb. I had that functional freeze. And my pain and symptoms didn't get better at all. I was trying so hard to do that over a period of years. And I was gonna say it didn't help me heal, but I think it might have made me worse. I think it might have made my symptoms a lot worse. because I didn't face any fears and I didn't connect to my real emotions. And as a human being, I'm designed to feel the full range of emotions. I'm designed to feel fear for a reason. The reason that we have fear in our programming is to help us run away from scary things so we can live. And the reason we have other feelings and emotions is for similar reasons. They are useful in our lives. They are signals and messages for us. And we need to experience them. So the more I didn't experience my natural emotions and the information that I needed from inside me, the more I stayed numb and the more I kept my pain and symptoms. And it took me a long time to learn that there was another way, and that in fact we have to turn towards the emotions. And if we release the emotions and the stresses, we will actually end up feeling a more natural state of calm or a more natural regulation. So one of the things that's happening around this idea of becoming calm is a lot of people, I believe if you're in any of those communities, you will have seen people talking about how important it is to become calm or stay calm. That's because the mind-body syndrome is based on the survival mechanism. The theory of it is about survival modes that we go into when we're very young, which are connected to the danger response. That means the basis of the theory is a bit like, I'm going to super simplify it for you. If I saw a tiger and it's running after me, I have to go into fight or flight or freeze. Actually, some animals go into freeze. But for us, it's usually fight or flight. Fight means I'm going to try and fight the tiger and win so I can live. And flight means I'm going to run away so that I can live. And my whole nervous system, brain, everything about me is going to attune to one of those. I'm either going to get ready and I will feel tingling in my hands and arms if I'm getting ready to fight. The whole system will do it. I don't have to make a decision. I don't have to consciously choose. There's no time. My system will just do it. The tiger's approaching. There's like half a second. It's already happening. The other thing that happens is if it's flight, the legs will activate and the feet will activate. And I will be able to run probably much faster than I've ever run in my life before, or climb a tree, or whatever, right? So that happens automatically. And we hear a lot about fight or flight. And one of the things that is talked about a huge amount in mind-body healing is how to come out of fight or flight, how to come out of danger, the danger response, into a parasympathetic healing state, the state of rest and digest. Now you can hear that I'm saying parasympathetic and rest and digest, and that's like the more technical jargon. One might say, and people say incorrectly, calm. You want to be in a more calm state. But the opposite of the danger state is not calm. The opposite of the danger state is safety. It's not calmness that is required, but it is being shared a huge amount by lots and lots of people. In case you're new here, my name is Amari Love, and I'm a somatic coach and a mind-body practitioner. I've recovered from decades of chronic illness and cancer, and now I share everything that I've learned. Please know that you're so welcome here, and subscribe if you'd like to, then you won't miss any future updates. I've created a free nervous system healing roadmap which contains the steps that I took to start recovering completely from chronic illness and cancer. And it also has a private meditations library, so they're ad-free rather than YouTube doing whatever it wants to my meditation, so you can grab that for free below. Let me know any thoughts you have in the comments and take good care of yourself.